Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Bourbon Hang. We've got an exciting night for you guys. Instead of you guys just listening to me talk all night, we've got some guests in the green room. We're going to bring them on, and we're doing an Elijah Craig barrel proof tasting tonight. We're going to see how good C923 is. That batch is getting a lot of buzz. So I'm really interested to see how it holds up against, I would say most people would say the best batches of Elijah Craig barrel proof in the last several years were from 2020. So I've sent samples of the A, B, and C batch from that year and the C923 to 3 of our patron members. And we're going to taste those blind. Also, I do want to let you guys know we are celebrating 2 things tonight. Number 1, my birthday, which I don't really care about. I'm 47. I'm old. But the big thing we're celebrating is we hit 7,000 subs today. So that's pretty awesome. For some reason, man, the channel, it went from 2 to 6,000 super fast. And I think it took just as long to get from 6 to 7,000. So it's been a grind, but super excited about it. I will say hey to all you guys in the chat in just a minute. Let me tell you guys about the giveaways since we are celebrating some pretty cool milestones here. So $5 super chat tonight. It's not for me to make any money. Trust me. I sent samples to all these guys tonight, and it was $60 to send 3 boxes of samples. It's expensive to ship. It just helps me cover the shipping. But we're going to be giving away samples of Elijah Craig barrel proof C923 tonight. Also, I was able to get the new E.H. Taylor barrel proof, so we'll send samples of that to somebody tonight. I have an extra bottle of the barrel Amberana finished, so we are giving away a bottle of that tonight. And then I have this cute little Jack Daniel's single barrel proof that's coming in at, what is the proof on that? 132.3. So we'll be giving that away tonight. Also, again, $5 super chats will get you in for all of those things. We will keep track of those, and we will draw those at the end of the night. Since it's normally when we go live, it's usually on Thursday nights, and I've been doing it for just an hour. Tonight's probably going to go longer than an hour, guys. So I'm excited to have the guys on. We've got a couple kind of mystery pours from Ed, and then we will get into the Elijah Craig barrel proof tasting. Super excited for that. Let me see who all's in the chat real quick. I saw Brian. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for joining in tonight. Bourbon Basement's in the house. How do you think this is going to go, buddy? I always respect the Bourbon Basement's palate. He's got a great palate. I'm interested to see if he's tasted this C923 and where he thinks it'll rank against the 2020 batches. Let's see. Terry is in the house. Yeah, interested to see how C923 compares. Me too. I'll tell you guys right from the beginning, like I did my review, it is really, really good. I loved it. It's just a little bitter and drying. So I don't know how it's going to compare to these other batches, but it is a good batch. Let's see. Bourbon Basement will be celebrating birthday with this new. Oh, nice. You got the new barrel proof rye. Awesome. Good deal, man. Peter B's in the house. What's up, buddy? Yeah, thanks, man. 7K it took a while, but we got there. Maybe I don't know if we'll celebrate at 8,000. We're definitely going to celebrate at 10, but I don't know. The way it's going, we may just celebrate every 1,000. It's fun to celebrate. So, all right, we'll keep getting in. You guys, let me add everybody in here. What's up, Ed? Welcome, my man.
Cheers, Lance. Congrats on 7. That's freaking awesome, man. That's great.
Been here from the beginning, haven't you, buddy?
Yes, sir. 256 or something like that. Yeah, crazy, man. Awesome crazy stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's been too long since we've done one of these lives, so I'm excited you joined us tonight.
But, absolutely.
Let's get the hippie in here.
Where's he at?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, look
How's it going?
How you doing, Ben?
Cheers,
I'm
Benjamin.
good. How are y'all?
Doing good.
Doing great, man. I'm excited for tonight. Excited to hang with you guys. And
Yeah,
have
it's
you
gonna be
tasted
fun.
C923 at all yet?
I have
No?
not. No, I'm excited to
Alright.
try it. I've heard a lot of good things. I mean, people are definitely hyping it up. So
Yeah. When I tasted it, I was like, how much of this is just because it has a nearly 14-year age statement, or really
that's a
that
big part
good?
of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big part of it.
It's hard to separate those things, but I do think it's really good. So let's add Brad in here. What's up, my man?
Hey, boys. Hey,
Big Brad.
I thought there for a minute I was in with those headphones on that I was in straight out of Compton, and Ben was gonna do a little scratching here for us.
We could probably make that happen.
Right on.
Those are some big headphones there, Ben. I didn't even notice.
I know. Yeah, they are. If you really look at them, they get bigger the more you stare at them.
It
Leave it to
shrinks
Brad
down
to
the
point
size
it
of
out.
your. It shrinks down the size of your head, Ben.
I know. I know. It
There's
definitely
nothing
does.
shrinking his head.
No.
Well, guys, you want to get into the pores Ed sent us first?
Yeah,
That sounds like a plan.
let's do it.
All
So
right.
We'll lead off with sample number 1. And I'm just curious. I want to know what you guys just smell it, taste it. I'm curious what you think, because this was posted on the Bourbon and Beyond page by Fred Minnick, and I had purchased it probably 2 months ago, just because I like the name and the label. So I'm curious to see what you guys think, because he gave it raving reviews. So we'll see what you think.
Awesome, man. I'm excited to try it.
Yeah.
So
Ben, yours are-
I did not get them, so I'll be watching.
All right. Sorry, man. I didn't
No,
know
it's
you
my
moved.
fault. I know. Yeah, just recently. It was like probably about a month ago. So
Okay.
You're like a
Recent
gypsy
enough.
lately, man.
Mhm.
I know. I know.
He's like a
Moving
damn
around.
vagabond.
You'll be living in a van down by the river.
Yeah, something like that. Huh?
Right. So
I gotta wait. I gotta take another sip. That was my first sip of whiskey today.
whew.
I didn't have any warm ups, so
All right.
let's see who else is in here. Roscoe P. Coltrane's in the house. What's up, dude? Hater Dan, Chad H, Peter B. Happy birthday! Yeah, thanks. You're young. Oh man, I don't feel so young, but
Yeah, no, he's lying to you.
yeah. What do you think about that statement there?
Yeah, that's an absolute lie. Yeah, once you hit 50, you're going downhill fast.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a prime example of it right there.
Right. When you have to take your phone and either hold it here or here, depending on what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit just
Lance is
goes-
due for some bifocals.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't make. Well, I guess they do make bifocal contacts, but I tell you right now, I would be on my face in about 30 seconds with them things. I mean, having to like do this all the time.
No, I bet. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it'd be terrible.
This first
Well-
sample's good, Ed. I like it.
Yeah, it is good. It's got a interesting finish to it. I like it.
Yeah, it's got like a honey corn kind of note to it. It's really good though. A little bit of dustiness.
I get honeycomb cereal.
Yeah, I could
What
definitely
I-
see that. The honey on
what I
it's
get.
very strong.
Yep.
Very. Yeah. It's almost like it's finished in honey barrels or something. It's
Could
really
be. So
I wouldn't guess it's that old, but it tastes
6 years.
really. Oh, okay. And I would guess 107 proof.
What are you guessing, Brad?
nice. I'd say, yeah, pretty close to that. About 110.
100.
100.
Mm-hmm. So, so they posted this on the Bourbon and Beyond page and gave it awards, raved about it. It's called Monk's Road.
Monk's Row. It's very good.
And I found
that's their own distillate.
I think it says bottled by Log Still Distillery in somewhere. I don't know. Again, I can't. Some in Kentucky, but I'm assuming it is. There's this one, and then they have a small batch. So runs about, this bottle here cost me, I think it was $70 after tax. So a little on the higher side, but
Oh, it's good bourbon, man. It's
not
good.
bad.
It's definitely crushable. I mean, it's a bourbon you could sip a lot of.
I'll get you
Yeah.
a sample,
$70
man.
is like entry level now.
I know.
Yeah, no joke, man.
Right.
Is the mash bill, is it high rye?
Let's see if it says on the back.
Because
I don't think, I don't know how high, I don't know, honestly. I don't see.
thanks for sending us a sample you know nothing about, Ed.
Yeah,
I know.
I didn't do it.
I feel like he
My
does that
God.
all the time. He's like, I bought this. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Nope. Bust my balls. That's why I send them, so I can get my balls busted and make everybody laugh, and that's what I'm here for. So there you go.
Yeah,
we love
comedic
you.
relief.
Right.
So
So there you go.
Congrats on 7K. Thanks, buddy.
We'll see what being that Minnick posted it, it'll probably go through the roof, and you'll never see it again. So.
Yeah, like I mean, it's really good. I don't know that I would go nuts over it though. I don't.
Me neither. I mean, I think it's new to the scene. Maybe it won some awards for being new bourbon of the year or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting because it doesn't it doesn't taste like I wouldn't have tasted it and gone, "Oh, I think it's this distillery." But it's not that overly unique either. Just
true.
It's just good.
Yeah,
it's not complex. It's just like you said, Lance. It's good. Yeah. It's light too. It's light in color.
The color's really light.
Yeah, it's very light.
I'm kind of surprised it's 6 years old. There's no crafty notes or anything on it.
That's what I was curious to see if you could pick any craft out on it. And
No, it just tastes young. It tastes young without being crafty.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that sweet finish. It's really
it's got a good sweet finish.
It's very honey. It's very, very honey.
Yeah, and I wrote down 100 proof at first, and then that spice was kicking in, so I changed it to 107 because it does have a little bit of spice.
Yeah. So glad you liked it.
Lots of
All right,
spice.
Ray,
Yep.
I got you in for the drawing tonight. So
Ray's in.
Cheers, buddy.
Somebody said it's a venture by Wally Dant, new distillery just south of Bardstown. So,
okay.
That was Jim Hansen in the chat.
Well, it's nice to know someone knows something.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's right.
I'm glad that Lance and Brad got to enjoy it. Ha!
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna
Jim,
take that
thanks,
box
buddy.
and throw it out.
Thanks, man.
Now, I really know a lot about this second one. So if you want to dive into the second one, and this is a happy birthday special,
I
7,000.
like these some birthday pours.
So
Yeah.
oh, that's fabulous.
Ooh, that nose is nice.
Yeah, Jim, I'll keep trying to roll out the good content. I don't know. I did change our scoring system. It seems like everybody loves it a lot better than what I was doing. So
Yeah.
I've got nothing but good comments on those. So
You like
All
that
right.
nose, Brad?
oh, this smells fantastic.
Very much so.
Is this that Four Roses, Ed? Because that's what it smells like.
No, but
Oh, it doesn't. Well, that's good.
I'm pretty sure
Mm.
I'm almost 100% positive that all of us tasted this at Whiskey Mash.
Mm.
Is this one of those Beam Claremont?
Nope.
No.
Mm.
That's really
It doesn't
good.
taste that high proof. It tastes, gosh, it's got, I don't know. I'd say this is about 1.7, 1.10.
You nailed it.
It's really good though.
Yeah. It's got good, real good flavor.
I think I might know what this is.
It's a little more complex for sure.
What do you think it is, Ben?
Is it that Four Roses Limited?
Nope.
It doesn't. Yeah, when I taste it, it doesn't taste that high proof.
I don't have that bottle yet, but
Oh yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Because I knew you were going to be getting that. So
yeah, in November. So, cheers, y'all, and
Oh, well,
yeah.
it did taste like Beam.
that's my signed bottle from the No family.
Yeah, man, Baker's 13 is so good.
Oh man, it's
really good
freaking
stuff.
fabulous.
Yeah.
So
well, thanks, Ed. Those were both enjoyable.
Yeah, those are great, man.
You're welcome.
Em, I got you.
Welcome.
I got you in the
Glad to
drawing,
share.
thanks, buddy. Ben, I've also got you in the drawing. All right, I got some pouring to do and some. I gotta mix mine up because I haven't mixed mine up yet. So
Ben, how were your pours?
yeah, great.
Okay.
What did you lead off with tonight, Ben?
So I've got. I started off with this this barrel rye. So it's a single barrel. It's 7 year. It's MGP. And it's really good. Like if you find those single barrel from barrel, those single barrel ryes, those can be really good.
What is that? It's not. That's not high 95.5 stuff, is it?
I think it is.
Is it 95.5? Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's their 95.5 stuff.
Has anybody tried the Jack Daniel's bonded rye?
I haven't.
I just saw it today.
I saw it at Meyer today for like $20. I was like, good Lord.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's $21.
Jeez.
Yeah, when I think of Jack Daniel's just bottled and bond rye, like that does not strike me as something that I wanted to go and get.
I just saw it today when I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that. I didn't know they were coming out.
I'll tell you guys real quick what else I'll do for the $5 super chats. We will put a whole flight of samples of the C923 and all the 2020s because I have just a little bit left. So I don't know if that's enough, but we'll see.
Which one's that left?
Just send them the corks.
The B520 is a little short.
That's the nectar of the gods right there.
Is that what you think's gonna win?
That was my favorite. That was my favorite. That's been my favorite of the, we'll say, from 2020 until now that I've tasted. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Those earlier batches too are really good. Like the 19, 18, 17, like the pirate bottles. Those are cool.
Yeah.
I think you gave me a 19 sample that was freaking really good.
Yeah, I mean, those, the pirate bottles are those ones are really good because for a lot of those, they were using really old stuff because they didn't have like the Heaven Hill 27, the Heaven Hill, they just used a lot of that stuff and we were just blending it in. So you would get some that had older stuff just mixed in there and you were paying, like, I don't even remember what those pirate bottles used to go for way back when, but yeah, they were such a good value.
Right. Yep.
All right, Brian, I got you in as well, buddy. So guys, I've mixed my glasses up. I know what order yours are in. Mine are not going to be in the same order. So that's just the way it's going to be. So I'll know what you're drinking. You won't know what I'm drinking. I don't know what I'm drinking. So
can we go ahead and pour them, Lance?
Yeah, go for it, man.
I got them poured, ready to rock.
Nice to see Brad's on top of things.
If there's ever a moment that Ben can get in and bust your balls, it's just be ready. Just be ready.
That's part of the
Like
fun of it.
I know,
One of
man.
those little pop shots, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just in the trenches in Normandy, just waiting for the moment, you know.
Ben, there's a lot of things I could picture you maybe as far as some sort of a profession. The military is not one of those.
Yeah, I don't think I Hey,
defending our country is not on the tops, Brad. That's not what you're saying, Ben.
No.
I feel like if I was going to be going in, Air Force would probably be where I'm going. That feels like the place. That feels like the place to go.
Not the reserves.
Yeah.
Not a Coast Guard rescue swimmer, Ben. Not
ROTC.
I was thinking probably
all of these smell freaking amazing.
Yep.
I was thinking head of some sort of commune.
I thought you were about to say like a communist.
For house elves or what, Brad?
No, I'm talking about like living off the land and full blown hippie, no bathing or anything of the sort. So
yeah, I'll be out there with the sign
full blown
picketing.
Matthew McConaughey type
blown,
stuff.
man.
All right.
Blown. Yeah. Excuse me.
Damn. Okay.
I can already tell this is going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the way let's do this.
Too.
Yeah, they're all so high proof. The way let's do this, let's just once you start tasting glass one, let's just all give notes on glass one.
Man. Dude, that is like pecan pie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting like pecan, brown sugar, caramel, and
molasses.
Yep. Yes, sir. Like a like one of those molasses cookies.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, this is gonna be ridiculous, Lance.
I know, man. And we're gonna be wasted.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, it's for a good cause.
That's all right.
Lance's birthday and 7,000.
Right. 7,000 subs.
Yeah.
Here.
We're doing the Lord's work.
Going in.
It's a rough life, man.
Somebody's got to do it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
My glass one is
my Lord.
fabulous.
Yeah, that's really nice.
What is that?
On the nose,
That's
I get
like-
a
What? Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
That's like the best dark chocolate cherry cordial I've ever had in my life. like a Luxardo cherry in the darkest, richest chocolate. That's what I get all over the, and then a little bit of oak on the back. Man, that's good. Woo.
Hey, why don't we do this? You guys, we'll do this. You guys turn around and I'll show everybody what you guys are drinking right now. How about that?
All right.
Yep.
Does that sound
Here
good?
we go. All right.
I'll
Go.
close my eyes.
Okay. I don't know what I'm drinking, but this is what the boys are drinking right now. You guys can see that.
Good.
All right, you're good.
All right.
Now nobody in the chat blow it for him.
Yeah, I know it's Fireball, but you don't tell us.
I thought it was Henderson. It's not Perry's batch. I know that.
It's definitely not that. Edward Young said, "Congrats on 7K. Happy birthday." Thank you, buddy. Thank you, man. It's been a great day.
That is so
Got
good.
you in the drawing.
That is.
Yeah, I get a lot of that still, but I mean, just like the nose, that molasses, the caramel, just rich, almost like a piece of cake that's so rich you can hardly finish it type thing.
Yeah, like a dark, like I'm getting like a dark chocolate, like more bitter and drying. Like this one has more nuttiness on the back end that I'm getting, almost like not necessarily like peanut, more like almond or walnut or something like that.
Second sip, I do get the like a dustier, nuttier finish and drying.
Yeah.
Talking about the second, number two?
Number
second
two.
sip on number one.
Oh, second sip on number one. Okay.
Oh, I'm on number two. Come on, Ed.
I was on number one too. I hadn't moved on yet either.
Why you gotta rush through these, man? You got all damn night.
That's right.
See, Ben's one of those. I've said before, I envy the way Ben can do it. He'll pour half of his sample and enjoy it, and then he's still got some left later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys let me know when you're all on glass 2, and I'll show everybody what you guys are drinking.
I'm on 2.
I'm sniffing 2. You want to turn around?
Yep, turn around.
Roll on 2.
All right, guys. Okay.
Well, it's obviously Peach Crown.
Right.
Right. 23-year-old apple crown, or 20-year-old apple crown, or crown apple.
Tim says he was planning on chatting something snarky, but I'd rather just spread some lies, be on your birthday and my 5th anniversary. Oh, happy 5th anniversary. Or some ADHD bottle for me. Yeah, dude, that bottle's good. ADHD. I assume you're talking about the Bardstown blend he did. I've taken that to a couple bottle shares. Everybody loves it.
I'm getting more ethanol off of this a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like 2 as much as I did 1.
Yeah. Haven't sipped it yet, but I'm about to.
The one thing that's nice about when you do flights that are higher proof like that, after you start taking a couple sips and then you go back to the first one, you start picking up more stuff that was, or at least I do. You start picking up more stuff that you were missing first go around because you just got a lot of ethanol or whatever it might have been.
I know I'm not drinking the same thing you guys are, but whatever's in my glass 2 is fantastic.
I'm not saying this is bad, but
yeah,
I like 1 better than 2.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's kind of all one note to me. A lot of just like vanilla on 2. But not.
It's a good note.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's good. It's not as rich as 1. It's not near as dense.
There you go. Yep, I agree.
It just feels like it's it almost feels like the old Forester barrel strength, the single barrels, the barrel strength ones. A lot of those, they're just like really hot and just one note, like caramel,
right?
Like just hot caramel, and that's what I'm getting on this second one. Like it's kind of drying, it's kind of bitter, and it's not like I'm not getting much out of it, which leads me to believe that this one would be the 14-year, whatever, the C923 or whatever. But
it's that was a good description. Drying on the back end. It's a little hot on the back end.
Yeah, like it's just like unreasonably hot. Like you're not getting anything. Like when I go back to 1 and I'm nosing it and I tasted it, it's like I'm getting more like vanilla's coming out now. Like, but 2 is just it didn't do it. Just was like a roller coaster that just went.
Yeah,
like just stayed linear. Well, it didn't give me anything else.
I would probably on this one, had I just been drinking by myself tonight, I would have probably just put a drop or 2 of water in it just to have tried to have opened it up a little more.
I'm getting more.
I'm actually going
to
do that.
1 now, going back and nosing 1. I'm getting fruit now. I'm getting some fruit notes, getting some like some peach, a little bit of apple, like some more, just more fruity notes than before. Yeah, leader.
Doug H, thank you, buddy. I got you in for the drawing tonight. And we're going to send, I don't know if you've heard, but we're also going to send a sample flight of everything we're tasting tonight.
Yeah. Two's not my favorite.
Three's got a fabulous nose. Oof.
One is way darker than 2 also. Well, no, yeah, it's a little darker. I had it in the shade there, I think.
I'm on to 3.
Yeah, let me do the same then.
Yeah, I get like what is it? Brownie brittle. Have y'all had that before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that stuff's
Peanut brittle, like brownie brittle.
On which one, Ben?
So I'm on 3, but I kind
3?
of get it. I kind of got it on 1 too. Like on the Elijah Craig barrel proofs, I kind of get that. It's like for whatever reason, when I get like those like higher proof stuff, it kind of to me like I think sharper, and when I think of like sharp, I kind of equate it to crunchy, and so that like for me that just draws a real close comparison with like brownie brittle.
You want us to hide our face, Lance, and you can show 3?
Yep, you're on 3.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, turning.
Okay.
Well, it's obviously Mad Dog 2020 on this third.
Oh my God.
4 Loco.
That's like a horror movie in my brain.
Everybody's got a younger version of themselves story about Mad Dog, just about.
Dude. I mean, between that and Boone's Farm, you know that you wake up with cold sweats when people bring up those two drinks right there.
And you get a whiff of just some like the next day you get a whiff of something like fruity or something like, and you just immediately your stomach's just churning.
It's over. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Whatever 3 is, that could put me into like the hospital, because that is freaking amazingly crushable right there.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, that is. I'm enjoying that one as much as 1.
Oh man, that's
really good. That second sip was way better than the first.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's
Friday at Fred's. I got you, buddy. You're in the drawing. Cheers, man.
that might be my favorite.
It's got a little
cinnamon,
peppery finish to me on the end, the back end a little bit.
And I love that's one of my favorite finishes. I love the black pepper, or like a cayenne, but not the cayenne, like not the one chip finish, Lance.
right.
But like a cayenne black pepper with a little bit of oak in there. This one, money. Oof.
Yes, sir. They nailed this one, and one was equally as good. It's going to be interesting to see when I go back to each of them what it's going to be like.
Dude, the nose on one, it isn't even close. It isn't even close. That's the best. That thing is amazing. I keep going back, and I get apples. I get cherries. I get little hints of that molasses is still there, Brad. That is that molasses cookie. Oh man,
that nose on 4 is interesting at first. I don't know another way to describe that. That's it's different than all the others so far for sure.
It's more of a like it's kind of like, and I'm getting this on a few of them, like it's gonna sound kind of weird, like sweet and sour oak. Like
I know what you mean.
Like I wouldn't call it sweet, but it's definitely like, it's not like dank, but it's kind of in between.
It's almost
And
that
that one-
old bourbon barrel inside.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm interested to see, like for me on mine, which isn't the same as yours, 1, 2, and 4 are my favorites, and 3 I'm pretty much eliminating. I wonder if my 3 is the same as
Or two.
your 2. Yeah.
So now that you bring that up, Ben, it's almost like a vinegar kind of, but not in a bad way. Like if you like a sugary vinaigrette kind of smell.
It's a sharp smell
Yeah.
almost. If
What,
there's
what's fun, like one thing that I really enjoy about doing flights like this is when you're having something like this, like for people that don't get that, people like that really aren't super into bourbon, you think of, something, these are 12-year barrel proof, but then you look at this and you look at George T. Stagg or something that's like fairly similar in age, fairly similar in proof. That's just the difference in like how the oak, like how
Right.
when you're nosing it, so much different. Like sweet oak, it's like deep and dark, but it's not kind of that sour. Not that this is bad, but it's just there's definitely like it's a step above, which if people aren't into bourbon, it's tough to kind of see that difference.
Yeah, Ed struggles with it probably.
What's that?
Let's let Ed try to pick out rye and wheat first, and then
that was great. That trip had so many great memories from that.
That was what I'm equating that was 100% power of suggestion from fucking Mike Booth. That jackass turned around and goes, "This is a weeder." I'm like,
both of y'all. Yeah, y'all were the only two, but
Ed, you know what,
raised
Mike?
his hand
Ed,
like
you
this.
know what? Yeah, you know what Mike Booth would say to that, Ed?
Fuck off, Ed. Fuck off, Ed. Fuck off, Ed.
Fuck off, Ed.
Fuck off, Ed.
Oh goodness.
whatever. I'm just saying. I'm telling you right now, Ben, I can definitely distinguish the difference. But that was 100% power suggestion, and I hate you, Mike Booth. Just kidding.
To be fair, it wasn't. I don't know if it was just because it was like younger and it was craft and stuff like that. Like it was not like I wasn't immediately going, oh my goodness, there's this huge difference. It was, you kind of had to think about it for a little bit and you kind of had to like second guess yourself. Like you were just the only one that was really raising your hand like that. So obviously it's easy to pick on you. But to be fair, it wasn't hands, like I wasn't, 1,000% confident in that answer.
I was.
But yeah, you're lying. You're full of it.
Lance is, he finished 57th in the Bourbon Taster of the Year or whatever it was.
And there were 56 contestants.
No, there was 59. So
Henry, I got you, bud. I got you in there. Tater Dan, I got you.
4 is very drying to me.
Yes.
Very, very drying on the palate.
Drying and hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Yep.
Definitely got some oak. I can taste some oak on it.
I don't hate it.
Yep.
Did I didn't show what 4 was yet, did I?
All right.
Power of deduction, but if they haven't seen them, I'll show it. Okay.
So I went back to number 1 and I get like this like vanilla like custard that I didn't get before.
That's what
on 1?
Yeah. Not going to be the same as your 1, but
no, right.
Could be. You never know.
That 4 at the end of, I mean, like literally 45 seconds to a minute later, really gives me a little caramel, vanilla right on the back end of it. It's like it saves a nice little sweet treat for you at the end. Kind of like Ben's mom.
A+.
I couldn't say nothing. I was.
I'll allow
it.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. Oh, snap. Good thing I had water in my mouth at that time because I'm telling you that would have been dangerous. With
Roscoe said the spirit of things. He's having some B519. That's a good batch too.
well done.
Good Lord, whatever 4 is, I'm going back the other way. That kicked me in the nuts, man. 4 is high proof on mine.
4 is.
Ooh. I think I know what 4 is, and I don't think I'm going to rank it as high as I thought I would.
Yeah. Okay.
Our 4, to me, it's a little disappointing on the front. I mean, the 4 pallet, but that end, that finish is nice, but it can't compare with 1 or 3, in my opinion.
Alan, I got you, and Jason, I got you as well, buddy. Cheers, guys.
So, man, I'm with you, Brad. 4 hammers the front pallet. I mean, it is hot.
Yeah.
But as it works its way back, I'm getting like Werther's candies.
That's good.
A little maybe but like burnt sugar kind of. It's really sweet it's sweeter on the finish. But man, that freaking front pallet. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you gave that to a noob, he'd be done. That'd be it. He'd be out.
Goodness.
Like, hell no.
Pallet blown.
Give me the vodka. That's where he'd go.
Yeah, that's back. But going back through it, 3 is still delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be so interesting to see. You know, you three are kind of sharing the same notes to see if you guys influence each other at all, and then me not having any clue if I'm drinking the same thing as you, so I can't be influenced by anything, or I can't influence you either. So it'll be wild to see what we come up with.
2 is still my least favorite of all of them so far.
2 is sour. 2 is got a funky sour. I don't know. It's just it is definitely in last place.
I'm trying to figure out.
4 has that redeeming finish to it, but 2, I mean, it's not bad, but there's nothing that you go, oh, cool, that's really nice up front, or the nose is special on that, or something. It's just it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
So
and you guys are blowing up the chat. Thank you guys. Top Dog, I got you as well, buddy.
Nice. That nose on 1 though is just so far superior.
Oh
now
my
I'm
goodness,
going back there, and I'm back to that. That I get that custard, man. It's like creme brulee. Like,
yep.
I'm having smoke wagon flashbacks, Lance.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Wandering McGoo, I've got you too, bud.
Wow. Man.
This is tough.
I'm trying now to pick out like which one is which, A, B, or C, and then trying to figure out what's what.
I don't even think I think I have an idea of what my number 4 is. And I think I have an idea what my number 2 is, but I'm really just trying to say what I think is my favorite. I'm really trying not to. It's so hard not to be influenced.
My
but I could be totally
it's easy
wrong.
to pick my least favorite out. And the top, but choosing between the top 2 is difficult. I feel on number 4 again. If I had 1 or 2 drops of water, if I were drinking by myself, 1 or 2 drops of water in it, and just let it sit for a few minutes and see what it does.
Man, 4 has pulled ahead of 3 for my second favorite, I think.
Wow.
It's it's like the most robust.
Which one? 4?
4. I get like this. I I don't think any of y'all have like smoked cigars, but you get this like real. Some of them can be like real peppery, and so I get like this like peppery tobacco on the floor that just like lingers, and it's really nice. It's definitely darker.
I'm gonna go on the record. I think my number 2 is the same as your number 4. And
yeah,
I think right now that's my favorite one. My number 2 is the same as your number 4.
Okay. My issue with 4 is it's just so harsh up front. I mean, when you get to that finish, it is wonderful. But up front, it's like just ease off just a little bit, and it would be fantastic.
So I think, and this is I'm going out on a limb on this one, but I think that one's the A120.
A120.
Because they
see, I think 2 is A120. But I could be way wrong.
I think my 4 is A120.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be so tough to know what's what. It's just I don't know, because one of the biggest complaints people had with A120 was because it was so hot.
Yeah,
and it was I think the highest proof out of those 3. So that's why for me, but the one thing that we all loved about it was it had a really long finish. It had like really strong notes. And so anyway,
I always get a berry note on A120. I don't know why. It's the strongest berry note. And on my glass 4, I get that berry note. That's why I think it's A120. But honestly, I have it near last place in this lineup. And I've always ranked that really high. So it may not be A120. It's fun to do though.
It's interesting going back through them too, just the differences that you pick it. Like Ben said earlier, the differences that you pick up when you go back through.
Jim Henson said he's going to get me a Sharpie for my birthday.
Get him.
Don't give me any of that Harry's secret stock.
Oh my God, that's the worst. That is the worst shit ever made. Put in a bottle. That is so bad. That is so bad.
I just wish Ed would have an opinion.
God,
now
that was so bad. And there's no still. I don't care how many YouTube videos anybody watches. Y'all go back and watch that and tell me that the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life is Lance doing this and then going, nope. Nope. It immediately hits his tongue. He's like, nope. Oh my God. I was in fucking tears. Oh, that was fabulous.
Yeah, Ed, you talk about the power of suggestion. The more I taste too, the more sour it tastes. Even going back to it, that is still just sour.
That's funny. I don't have any bourbon on my flight that I think sour. So that's interesting.
I think it's the Mad Dog.
Might be.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm 3 now. I go back to 3, and I get a raspberry note.
Oh
man, if raspberry comes out, that puts her to the front of the pack because that's my favorite fruit. Damn.
Top Dog says he's drinking Green River, preparing for a barrel pick. Nice. Have you guys had the Green River barrel strength yet?
I haven't had any Green River.
Oh, really?
But I've heard it's fabulous.
Sweatshirt. Yeah, these are some of our barrels for Hope sweatshirts.
For me, hands down, 1 is the best nose. Easily.
Oh, yeah, without question. Without question.
I get like this like vanilla espresso on one.
Like a vanilla latte kind of smell. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And then I'm getting like yeah, that is a solid call right there.
If you have drank bourbon for any amount of time, a while and gotten into it, one would not disappoint anybody. I would think one is just how if anybody didn't like that, I'm not sure why that would be.
Oh man. Now you were talking about 4, Ben, when you were talking about the cigar notes. Is that right?
Yep.
So now I get really heavy espresso, like a really strong coffee. Man.
I get a little chocolate.
What's up, buddy? Cheers, man. First time I've seen your
like
name, so welcome.
I like a leather too. Like when you smell like a leather bound book, like an old leather bound book,
a library book. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think my number 2 is your guys' 4 because that's what I'm getting on my 2.
God, now yep. And I get the slightest bit of like dry peanut shells. Not strong like Booker's peanuts, but like the dusty, like Rickhouse floor if you crushed a bunch of peanuts and then swept them up. That's what I get on 4. But the finish is like espresso to me.
Yeah. Yeah, the finish on 4 is probably the best finish of any of them.
Yep. All right. This is ridiculous, Lance. Damn you.
I know. Well, for me, this is all like one of mine is winning hands down, and the rest are 2A, 2B, 2, 2C.
Yeah.
I've got 2 that are just having a big fist fight over which one of them wants to be the best.
Yeah. Man. Okay.
Okay.
I think I have my favorite, and it has completely switched from when we started this game.
Yeah. I mean, I
completely switched.
Yeah, I switched mine a little bit.
Oh,
my
man.
winner was always the same, but
Yeah, I think I've got mine too.
Yep.
Okay. Hang on, let me do this. 2, 3. How you doing, Brad?
I'm gonna take
You need some more time.
Yeah, just a second here. It won't take long.
Take as much time as you need, man. I'm afraid if I spend too much time, I'll switch my 2 through 4 order 3 more times.
Yeah. There's an outlier that is no question the bottom of the is like last place.
Yeah.
I don't have an outlier that's the bottom, so I'm interested to see if I pick
really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. In man.
I mean, I think.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah, you're fine.
Jeez, Louise, that number 1 nose is unbelievable. Oh,
you guys want to guess what we put in last place?
My guess is A120.
Okay.
When I just went back through, number 3 lit me up on the back end.
Did it?
Yeah. It's like that's the first time of any of the sips. It's like at the end it was kind of harsh. Huh.
Let's see. Mark Emenecker, I've got you in the drawing, buddy.
Oh. No, I gotta quit. Because the shit keeps changing. I gotta quit drinking. I gotta stick with what I said. Oh man, God, that stuff.
Man, I'm torn. Okay, I've got my order.
Got your order? Does anyone want to take a guess on let's do last place first. Ed, you think you put A120 in last?
That's what I think.
What do you think, Ben?
I think it's the C9 or C9 the 23 this year's that 14 year.
Okay. What do you think you put in last, Brad?
Yeah, I've got a strange feeling that Ben's correct.
Okay. So I guess the next question is, Ben, what's your last place? What glass?
2.
2. Brad?
2.
2. Ed? 2.
Yep.
My last place is my glass 1.
No.
So I'm guessing B520 is in last place for me, but I don't know.
That'll break my heart.
No, mine's C920.
Oh.
C920 is last place for me,
Wow.
which
I
is
can't wait to see
surprising.
what we all
Surprising
picked as
to me.
our- Yeah,
All right, so you guys all picked glass 2,
yeah.
and glass 2 was B520.
Oh my, that's sad. That freaking crushes me because that was my favorite batch.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? How when
Yeah.
you get them in blinds?
Yep.
Wow.
Dude, that just is sour. You're 100% right. It's sour. I mean, it's got this, and maybe that's that power of suggestion you were talking about earlier. But
I went back and
it's sour.
it just doesn't stack up.
No,
Yeah.
no, it is not in the same
I mean,
class as the other three.
It's not horrible, and it's not a drain pour by any means, but against these other ones, it's just doesn't stack up.
So Ed, I'll tell you that that C920
Yeah.
when we went through was tied for first or second, and the more I kept going through, I kept bumping it down.
Really?
So it's funny, yeah.
Wow.
All right. Ed, what's your guess that glass 3 is? Your third place.
Glass 3?
I'm sorry, your third place. Whatever your third place is.
Oh, my third place is my third place is my glass number 1, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because the more I kept going back, it just, and I mean, we're talking by
Yeah,
minute,
hairs. I get it. Yeah.
but number 1 is in third place.
What do you think that is?
C920.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Brad?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Yeah.
Did you put
That'd be my
1?
guess. No, that is not my third note.
Oh, what's your third?
My number 3 is number 3.
Number 3? Okay.
Yeah.
And Ben, what's your number 3?
It's close between 3 and 4. I think probably 3 would be my third place.
Okay.
Early on, my number 3 was my 1 or 2, but when I went back to it towards the end, and it was just so flipping harsh, it slid back for me.
Lance.
And like you, Ed, I think 4 jumped up some.
So no, I'm thinking that my third place is the most recent 923.
Okay.
Yeah, not 920, 923.
Okay. You have any guesses, Ben, on what your third place is?
What my third place? I think that one. I think So number 3, I think would be the 923 is my guess.
Okay. All right. So my third place, I put my glass 3, which I thought was C920. So now I'm guessing it's B520. I think I got those mixed. Yeah, that's what it is. B520.
That's your third place?
Was my third. And that was your guys' last place.
Mm-hmm.
So we were, I mean, that's, splitting hairs. We're pretty close on that.
Mm-hmm. We know Ed's not doing that.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, this is going to reveal some stuff for you guys, but Ed, Ben and Brad put glass 3.
Yep.
as their third place, and that's C920.
Oh.
Okay. I will say this, of all of them, to me, that's probably the most interesting and different of any of them.
Yeah. So what's interesting
enough.
is we just flipped our third and fourth place,
Yep.
rankings there.
It has the best nose to me of all of them, but it just palate wise, it by the slimmest of margins finished third.
So let me ask this: since Ed said his third place was glass 1, where did you guys have your glass 1?
Who, Ben and
First.
Oh, that's number 1 for Ben.
Okay. So
One for me. Yeah.
Is that number 1 for you too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Brad, you have the first one in first place?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So I don't know where my these other two are, so I'm not going to say anything. But so glass 1, which was Ed's third place, and what wins for Ben and Brad is A120.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, we're going to pass that around at the commune sometime, Ben, if you'll let me come visit.
You know what's crazy
Yeah, I
is
guess we will.
Ben didn't think I gave that bottle I think my highest rating I've ever given an Elijah Craig barrel proof.
I think you did too.
Wow.
And Ben gave me a bottle because didn't you say you didn't like it, Ben?
No, I gave you a bottle. No, I gave it to you as a gift because I was trying to do something nice.
I like my story better.
I want to go plan the story.
Well, we're so used to getting the old balls busted. I mean, that's the first ball.
I purposely saved a few bottles. I went out and hunted a few of those because, I mean, you were able to get them for like, I was able to trade like a Weller Antique for one of them. And I was like, I'm going to stock up on these because they're really good. But that's crazy. It seemed like one of the more approachable ones out of all of them. And so I'll tell you guys. Sorry, go ahead, Ben. No, you go ahead.
So I put I don't know for sure, but I think that's my second place is the A120, but I don't know. It is. It's A120 is my second place. So that to me was so hot, but it had those berry notes.
Yeah.
That I just always pick up on. I don't know what it is about that batch that I pick up about, but it was different for me in the one that I picked that won because it was just too hot and it wasn't as balanced, even though I put as my winner, I said that it was drying and bitter, which I said in my review, but I picked C923 as my top. So Ed, what was your top and what was your second?
So my top was glass number 4.
Okay.
And my second was glass number 3, which originally glass number 4 was in third place and one, but I kept going back and Brad kept saying that finish and it kept slowly building like full palate for me. And 4 just on the palate just hit right. Yeah. So Ed, you picked C923 as your favorite also. No way.
Yep. I picked it as my favorite. You picked it as your favorite.
God dang.
Yep.
Well,
that's crazy because the first drink, I was like, holy cow, this is freaking, it's like licking a rick house floor. It is drying.
Well, yeah. And in my review, I said it was drying and bitter. And I hadn't heard a lot of people talk about that. And so when you guys, I was trying not to smile because when you guys tasted it, the first thing all of you said was, this is drying.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. So what was second then?
So second for you was C920.
And that's the bottle I have that is unopened.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go, man.
Yeah. Trade it for something if I were you.
What's that?
I'd trade it for something if I were you. That old sour juice.
I might trade it for that. I haven't seen the 923. I passed on A and B out in California. I could get them for $65.
Oh, wow.
I should have just bought a both. I mean,
so if you add this up, C923 was had the most points, so it was our first place. A120 was second. C920 was third, and B520 was fourth.
And like I said, originally B520 was that in our oh man, was that in the original Whiskey of the Year flight?
Mhm.
Or the
I
second
don't think
one?
so. I think because I think I only picked
Was it
one
A?
of the. I could have picked all of them, honestly,
Okay.
but I think I just picked the A120.
Okay.
Yeah, because it scored the highest out of them.
Okay. All right.
Our number one for me was the most consistent of any of them. When I would go back to it, it tasted almost the exact same the whole way, forward and backwards. And also for me, it had the best nose.
Yeah, the nose was really good on it.
No
for
question
sure.
on the nose.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, all of these were amazing. At one point,
Oh.
my last place was almost near the top. So, and then the finish just didn't add up for me on the B520, so I moved it down. But man, they are all so good. But I mean, the hype is real on the C923, man. It's a great bottle.
Moral of the story: never pass on a Elijah Craig barrel proof. Period.
No.
Full stop. Don't.
Right.
Just I mean, it's crazy town, right? Even the 21 batches, even though they weren't, knock it out of the park. If you poured a 21 batch for somebody, they go, "This is fabulous bourbon." I mean, it's still good bourbon.
Yeah,
just
they're
not
all good.
to that standard.
And then the 22, which one of the 22s was our pick for bourbon of the year last year?
I don't think last year was
Wasn't
Elijah
it
Craig barrel proof.
Really? I thought we had like a B22 or well, I could be wrong. For sure.
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Because
I can't remember either.
And I thought that,
I'm still reveling in 21 because that was Booker.
Yeah.
Baby.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. I think you're right, Brad. I think Elijah Craig Barrel Proof did win last year.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one though.
I don't either. I want to say one of three.
Man, yeah.
Good odds.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man, I tell you guys, I wanted to be able to shit all over C923 because everyone's going so crazy about it. And part of me just thinks, oh, it's the age statement. They can't separate it from if it's not that good, but it is really good. It's really good.
It is.
It's so concentrated, man.
Towards the end, that was the thing. Towards the end, it just went from my third to my second, and it just kind of got better. It makes me wonder. Of course, I'm not going to know because I've almost finished it, but it makes me wonder what it would be like in another 30 minutes or so. I bet it would be even better.
Yeah. So, what tipped me off that my 2 was the same as your guys' 4 was Ben saying the leather notes, because I get leather notes on that C923, which is one of my favorite notes. But man, for 133 proof, that stuff will get you in trouble. I mean, it's a little hot, but man, it's good stuff.
To me, though, that number 3, man, when I went back to it at the end, it seemed so hot on the back end.
Yeah, I got that a couple times. I kept switching B520 and C920. I kept flipping those. I
kept flipping 1 and 4, so that would have been 923 and 920.
No, 1 and 4 would have been A120 and C923.
I kept flipping those, and then 4 just came out on top.
So I almost sent you guys this flight without telling you it was all Elijah Craig barrel proof, just to see what would happen. But I thought that might be mean. So
no, we would have all known it.
I think Ben would have.
Ben would have figured it out. Ben
would have. Yeah.
No shit.
Ben picks up Elijah Craig. He's a Elijah Craig barrel proof hound, man. He picks that up in every blind we've sent him.
It's like this specific. Again, I always equate it to Dasani water. It's like this very specific note. I don't even know what it is, but it's just immediately I'm like, yes, this is Elijah Craig barrel proof.
What?
Henry asked if C923 won. So yeah, it did. Our order when you combine the scores would have been C923 first, then A120, C920, B520. We all had C923 as either our first or second place. All but Ed had A120 in their first or second, and then Ed had C920 as his second. So pretty unanimous that B520 was last place and C923 was first. Which was really cool. I mean, I really enjoyed doing it this way. I know I didn't give a lot of notes, but not being able to be influenced by you guys was really cool. And we still came up with pretty much the same thing, so that was cool.
So I'm pouring our Barrels for Hope pour.
Yeah,
I want to compare it against the Victor.
Ooh, yeah.
So I was tempted to throw that in this just to see where it landed, but I didn't want to have my feelings hurt either. Going up against the best Elijah Craig barrel proof batches ever.
Okay,
but I honestly, and again, I know I'm biased, but I do think it holds up. It is really good. Man.
You all know my palate, and this nose is, I mean, look at it. It's right there. But this nose on our Barrels for Hope pick, good Lord. Peanuts, yummy peanuts. So good.
I don't get that much peanut on it. I get lots of honey.
I get, honey roasted peanuts is where I'm at.
But it's just really well balanced, man. That pour is really good.
Lance, for me, and I thought it was going this way, but since it has been opened as long as it has, the short barrel has overtaken the Founder's Proof. Now, that's like a Lamborghini and a Ferrari. They're both really good. But for some reason, the longer that thing stays open, the better that freaking short barrel gets.
Yeah, I know, man. I only have one bottle of it too. I'm
no, I wish I had 2 or 3.
Yeah. It did get a lot better though.
Yes.
What we should have done with doing the Elijah Craig, we should have added in the Founder's Pick, the short barrel. I've also got the Narav's birthday bourbon.
That's another good one, man.
Throw those all in, see which one wins. That'd be a fun.
It'd be so hard to do that many at these proofs though.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't throw a fifth one in, because I was like, man, we're already drinking 2 that are over 133 proof, and and I'm not surprised we put the lowest proof at the bottom. I mean, B520 I think was
It's 120.
126 or something.
I think is it 120 even?
I don't think it's that low. It's 127.
It's okay.
Yeah, shut your mouth, Ed.
But C920 is 132.8. 923 is 133, and A120 is 136.6. So,
what is 136?
The A120 is 136.6.
Holy shit!
And that's what's crazy, is that was one of the more approachable ones out of all of them.
See, I thought it was kicking me in the nuts, man. If you go back and watch when I said it's kicking me in the nuts, I thought I was gonna have to go take some time, man. Yeah, it was hitting me hard.
One moment.
Yeah, I need a moment.
That was not the case for me. That was the one that was like the vanilla coffee, like, I don't know. That had the best nose.
You guys don't get like a berry note out of that? I don't know why, man.
On one?
You do? Yeah, on your one.
A little dark fruit, maybe.
I thought it was B520 because I typically do get a lot of berry notes on B520, and so I thought one, which was the A120, was the B520.
I get more. I get fruit notes, but not a berry note. I get the berry note on 3. My 3.
Hey guys, we'll wrap the $5 super chats up in about probably 15 minutes. we'll pour. We're gonna do the whole Elijah Craig barrel flight that we did tonight. We'll have samples. We'll send to one of the winners. The barrel bourbon Amberana finished bottle, we'll send that to somebody. We've got a Jack Daniel's barrel proof bottle, we'll send to somebody. And then I've got the latest batch of E.H. Taylor barrel proof. We'll send a sample of that to somebody as well. So $5 super chat. Again, not trying to make money, just trying to cover shipping costs because damn, this night cost me $60 off the top just to send you guys samples. It's so expensive to send samples, man.
I know. I sent them and I can't. Ben didn't even get them. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I'll send you these. Hopefully, they'll come back to me, and then I'll send them to the right address.
So yeah, sorry that happened,
dude. That Barrels for Hope pick is so freaking solid.
It's good, man.
I just poured it too. Yeah.
Just
it holds up against any of these.
Oh,
I'm gonna pour some in a minute. So Mark, I don't know if you've ever saw me say this, but I love mixing Elijah Craig 18 with a barrel proof, just doing it like 80-20 and add some age to it. Man, that's the best thing to do on those. It proofs it down a little bit, but adds age, and it makes those things fire, man.
Yeah,
I love doing that. Because I don't like Elijah Craig 18 very much on its own. It's too oaky. So
yeah,
proofing down some.
You know what's funny? Oh, go. I'm sorry, Lance. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Is Elijah Craig 18 compared to Knob Creek 18? Knob Creek 18 blows it out of the water.
Oh yeah,
but
for sure.
Elijah Craig 18 is equivalent to Knob Creek 15, in my opinion. Knob Creek 15 is oaky as hell, drying. But you go to 8, I don't know what it's a night and day difference.
Terry said, wish he had multiples of Barrels for Hope founders and short barrel. Yeah. Trying not to kill them off quickly, but I guess I need to break them back out. Yeah, let's break them out tonight, man. I'll get mine here in a minute. But so I think most of you know kind of the story on those, but the founders pick, I don't know if I can say what distillery was fighting over that barrel before we picked it, but it was a distillery in Indiana that rhymes with Marhite. And they were apparently fighting over that barrel before we got in, and two of them were going at it, and one lost, and so they left that barrel behind, and that happened to be the next one we picked. And Sylvia with Heaven Hill was like, man, you guys picked the same barrel they picked, and they fought over it hard. And that was the founder's pick. And then she brought down, she had another barrel that was on the top of the rick house that she said she wanted us to taste just for fun. And so she got it. And she says, man, there might be 40 bottles in here. And we said, well, we tasted it and loved it. And we said, how do we get that? She's like, well, Illinois is out of their allocations, but we might be able to get a state to donate it for you since you guys are a charity group. And before we got home that day, I think Ohio donated one of their barrels to us.
That's what I said.
We were able to buy the short barrel, and it ended up being a lot more bottles than we thought. And the proof was way off from what they told us. So honestly, I don't know if we got the same barrel or not. I mean, we got the barrel signed by all of us, but I mean, when they proofed it they wrote 131 proof. And I think when it got bottled, it was like 124 or something. I've never seen that much difference in from in a couple months' time.
Wow. Did you get a short barrel, Ben? Bottle? Neither did I. Yeah.
You guys didn't even try to get one, did you?
No. I knew I wanted the first one, and I tasted it, Lance, when you brought it.
Oh, that's right. I brought it to you guys.
The original, the first barrel that you blew it out of the water.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that night it for sure did.
Yeah.
But as it's opened up, I agree with Brad. It's become quite a hitter.
I don't know that I've ever had a bottle change that much, and I've had some that I go, it's okay, and then later like that's really good. But this one went from kind of Yeah, I'm not sure I should have got that one too. Holy crap, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, the first one, the regular barrel is amazing.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
my
it is.
God.
It stacks
It
up
is
against
so
these
good.
others nicely.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna grab. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna grab both the short.
Maybe
and the
while Lance is doing this, Ben, you could wiki wiki wiki.
yeah, mix us a tune there.
Oh, that's good shit. I don't care who you are.
I missed you. I missed you guys. It's been a while since Whiskey Mash, it seems.
I know, man.
Hey, let me tell you, that last year's was great, was very good. This year's was better. That lineup that Narav put out there for that lineup for Whiskey Mash was phenomenal.
I think it was better. Yeah, I think it was even better than last year's.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
this
mean,
year's?
Like you would
Yeah.
know with your dead palate last year.
I could still see what was there.
I felt so bad for you, man. That was terrible. You couldn't taste anything.
I mean,
I was drinking beer the whole night.
Yeah, right.
That's terrible.
Well, it was. I knew it was as I think I told Lance this. I said, you know, it's a great lineup when 45 minutes into the event, the Colonel E.H. Taylor barrel proof hasn't even been opened yet.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It was.
Dude.
Yeah, it was
Well-
crazy. There's so many good bottles.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel so bad for the some of the reps that just brought like liqueurs and like moonshine and just like entry level stuff because it's no one was going and trying those.
I felt really bad for the yellow rose rep
Yeah,
who was at the end of the table. There was Makers, Beam, Hard Truth, and Yellow Rose. And people were pouring the Hard Truth High Road Rye more than barrel proof Yellow Rose. So what is that telling you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yellow Rose is pretty good though. I was shocked. I liked
It's
it as
not
much as I
bad.
do.
No, we tasted it
I get it.
in the shop, but I mean, there was so many freaking hitters.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Just-
nobody is gonna believe me when I say this. I would drink our founder's pick over C923.
Agreed.
I can
No,
see that.
I'm
Yeah,
with
I can
you.
see that.
But
Yeah.
nobody's gonna believe me. They're gonna think I'm so biased. But oh my
Well,
god,
Founder's
No
Pick
way.
is more complex than C923 to me. There's more there up front, the end, it just all the way through.
that's a special bottle.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if
that-
I don't know, Brad. I don't know if I picked short barrel over the founder's pick. Now that I'm having the
I
founder's pick,
think
It's
I
so
would
good.
have just barely it has gone ahead, but like I said, that's a Ferrari versus a Lamborghini. There, I'd take either one, but like I would fit in either one. But
That founder's pick has that founder's pick is like you were saying that first sample we had tonight with honeycomb. I get that on our founder's pick a lot. There's a lot of honey on that. It's good, man.
And I don't know if I just, again, power of suggestion, but I just get so much honey roasted peanuts in that founder's pick. And you know me, I'll pick that over anything. You pour Pappy in front of me and I'm picking honey roasted peanuts.
It's just really well balanced and well rounded.
good.
It doesn't have the drying on the back end that C923 has. Doesn't have that bitterness to me at all.
No, that's scary good. Scary good.
Yeah. C923 is so concentrated though. I think most people would probably pick that, but if I'm sitting down to enjoy bourbon at night, man, I don't know. That founder's pick's good.
it makes you wonder what that C923 would be like a couple months after it's open.
Yeah,
Anyway.
maybe the bitterness goes away. Maybe that bitterness turns to more of like even more leather. If that's the case, then I mean, man.
Yeah, I'm still have a little bit in, and I just took a sip, and it's still very, like, I guess the easiest word to describe is like harsh. Like it's still just the kind of abrasive. Like it's got some good notes. It's got a really long finish, but it's still just, I don't know. I've definitely changed a lot over the last few years in my bourbon journey, where I'm not looking for the real high proof stuff that just like, hits you right in the face.
In my review, I said C923 gets down and dirty. Like, it's a man's pour, that's for sure.
No joke.
Speaking of Ben's mom. Did I say that out loud? Was that out loud? Dadgummit. I apologize.
You're inner Brad. You need to control him.
Ed, there has never been a more truthful statement than what you just said. Yeah.
I just got like a good butterscotch note on C923. After
That's
the
scary.
founder's pick. They're both really good, man.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but there may be nothing better than to nose an empty glass.
Oh, it's best.
Oh my God.
Especially Elijah Craig barrel proof next morning.
Or Booker's.
The worst though is when you finish for the night, and if it's been a rough night and you leave your glasses out and you walk by it the next day and you smell them. Oh, golly.
And there's that much in the bottom, and it's
separated. It's like separated.
Got a film on top.
That's game over. That's like I'm never drinking again.
There's some gnats. There's gnats that have flown to it and then just immediately died from the ethanol.
Dude, what was one again? A120?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's consistent. Just
it's consistent. There's nothing that touches that nose. Nothing.
Yeah.
That's dessert. Good. That's vanilla cake frosting.
Yep.
With shit, that's ridiculous.
I was getting some coffee too.
I got coffee on 4. Maybe that's the age.
Man.
Oh.
Yeah, 4 to me is like really leathery, like really leather, really peppery.
This may sound a little weird, but off of number 1, I just got, it's like Christmas time, not cinnamon-y type thing, but fruitcake. My dad used to order one from the Lions Club.
On which one?
I got that fruitcake note off of it.
Yeah, I've always got fruit on A120, more like raspberries, but
I get that on 3. Oh, man, like
so really? When we I think I've told you guys this before, but we went on multiple Elijah Craig barrel proof picks with can't remember the old guy's name that used to feed picks at Heaven Hill.
Bernie.
No, not Bernie Lubbers. This guy was like in his 80s. He actually passed away this year. I can't remember his name. Anyway, he was like insistent on us adding water, and we're all like, we've done this. We're good, man. We don't need to add water.
Yeah.
And so we did, because he wasn't leaving us alone. And man, it always like, he was just one of those stubborn old guys. Super nice. He was funny though. But anyway, it always opened up some like raspberry or fruit notes on Elijah Craig barrel proof that I never had. So anyway, I always add water to when I'm first tasting Elijah Craig barrel proof now.
I need to start doing that. Is adding just like 2 drops.
Yep.
I never do
barrel
it either.
proof bourbon.
Yeah.
It will change. It's amazing how much it will change it. Yeah. It will take something that is good but harsh and turn it into just a beautiful balanced bourbon. For me,
it feels like every time I add water, it makes it worse.
Really?
Have you, even with Elijah Craig barrel proof, Ben? Because I agree with you on like Stag.
Yeah, not a lot of Craig barrel proof. I need to do it with that, but it feels like any time that I think back to the times where I have actually done it, it feels like it's just made it worse. Or I'm starting with something that's not good and I'm trying to make it better by adding a little bit of water.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, but
I I get that for sure.
You know what? You know what's crazy is we drink these flights of Elijah Craig, and it's like basically you can never go wrong with it. But when you're at a bottle share with a bunch of bottles, and I go back to like the couple times I've been to Lance's and we got really out of hand. Not
What?
one of those bottles.
Lies.
I know. Not one of those bottles was Elijah Craig barrel proof.
That's true.
You know, and I mean, we could pull it out and it'd stack up with any of them.
Yeah, I mean,
But you
the
never
reason
reach for
why is because it's so high proof. I'm afraid I'm going to get out of control on it,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
then we get into Old Fitz 19 that's 100 proof, and we drink half the bottle and we get in trouble anyway.
And then we finish it off with George C. Stagg, which is 133, and
right.
shit.
Yeah, Mark. That's Ed definitely likes his peanuts and Booker's.
Yes.
You want
Nobody likes the peanuts.
Look.
That's
As a
right.
matter of fact, I'll just crack. I'm gonna do a bottle, fresh crack right now.
Of latest Booker's.
Yep. I don't have the 03, but I have 02.
Jason tasted Founder's Pick against C923. So not sure if he can choose a winner.
Okay.
Mark, yes, I tried water and C923 on my review. And it was good. It didn't open up any fruit notes like I talked about. It was it's just more like buttery caramel, but it was still really good.
Yeah, that Founder's Pick is insanely good. Insanely good. Y'all nailed it on that. For sure.
No doubt. That's a great pick.
Yeah,
that will be one we'll be talking about 10 years from now. We're talking about Barrels of Hope. As we're giving 300,000 to charity at that point.
Let's hope.
Amen.
I'm excited for next year. Starlight. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, the year-end event is gonna be amazing.
Yes, sir.
And we signed all the paperwork, so we got the hotels, the place where we're having dinner. We got everything signed with Starlight, so we are good to go. We'll do a barrel pick there with everybody from Barrels for Hope, and I think this is kind of funny. I think Kim even contacted Guinness Book of World Records to try to get us in Guinness Book of World Records for the largest barrel pick.
No kidding. That's hilarious. Did you say Fred Minnick's going to do a thing on Friday night or Saturday night?
I don't know that yet. I don't know that.
You just need to be
like
there.
It matters.
It's gonna be fine anyway.
Yeah, it'll be great either way.
It would. Yeah, for sure.
But
I might teach him a thing or two.
What?
Yeah, we'll line up 500 samples for him to taste in one night and tell us what's bourbon of the year.
Exactly. Right.
It's going to be so much fun though, because we're going to have. I think the best thing is having it at Starlight. We're going to have like these cocktail hours, so everybody's wives that are going that don't like whiskey, there's still going to be wine and cocktails, and it's going to be. I think it's going to be really fun.
It was. Yeah, exactly. And I told Jennifer, I'm like, you're going to our Barrels for Hope. She's like, I don't want to be the only spouse there. I'm like, I guarantee you're not even close to the only spouse there. So
Renee's
I'll bring my wife to that too. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
What month is it again?
Is she real? I thought you were like AI.
It's
I'm just
July
14th and 15th or 13th and 14th or something like that.
We have buses reserved to take us from Louisville to Starlight.
That's crazy.
So there'll be bus rides there. We've got 2 buses that'll be full of all of us. It's gonna be a good party, man. And then we've got a block of rooms at the hotel, and it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
So the short barrel is really good, but I don't think I like it as much as the Founders.
Where did Brad go? I didn't even hear him say he was going somewhere. See, he's not here.
Yeah, he just disappeared, didn't he? Let's see. Oh, here you go. Michael Edwards had his daughter give him to him blind. Barrels for Hope Founders just nudged out C923.
Whoa!
Rob's birthday bourbon was a very close third or second. B521 last, but not a loser in the bunch. That's awesome, Michael. Yeah, man. The flavors in that Founders pick are just phenomenal. It's such a good bottle. I agree, but I can't say that. Nobody's gonna believe me if I pick pick Founders ahead of C923. Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
Check out Michael's post. He had his daughter give him a blind. He said Barrels for Hope Founders nudged out C923.
I have it in my hand. Let's see. It's really close.
Oh, dang, Sippy Cup. Thanks for the super chat, man. I got you in the drawing. Even though I said it was going to end, but we got you.
I will say this. It is start to finish, nose, all of it. I'd give it to the Founders pick, except for the finish on the 923. The finish was very interesting, but I would say if I were forced to pick, I'd probably pick the Founders pick. That is a really, really complex bourbon that you can sit down and have a lot of fun with.
So when we picked it, it was unanimous. It wasn't even close. We had 8 people on the pick. Everybody picked the Founders pick, which is kind of funny because then the other distillery picked the same barrel. So it's
validation.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Jason said, yes, Brad, finish C923, otherwise Founders. See, I'm the opposite. The only thing that I don't like about C923 is the finish because it's just a little bitter and drying to me. But that's just me. That's just me.
I didn't get that. It was definitely like a long, like one of those give you a big hug, but
yeah.
What was your number one again, Lance?
C923, and I really wanted it not to be.
Yeah. Okay. I did too, big time. But
I shouldn't be like that, but I'm like, everybody's right, man. It's a killer bottle. It's incredible. Good bottle.
Nobody's wrong in bourbon.
That's true. That's true.
You drink what you like.
That's true. Yeah. Unless you like Perry's Secret Stock, then you're definitely wrong.
Yeah.
Michael said he was back and forth between them, but it just ended up my winner. Yeah. And that's the crazy thing about blinds is you do it another night, it might come out a different way. And I love blinds, but sometimes I don't. I think sometimes we put too much emphasis on blinds, especially double blinds. Like I think knowing where the grains come from, where the cooperage is from, if it's meant for a certain occasion, if it's finished in something, helps you pick up on nuances you might not otherwise in a blind. And it makes it a little more special, which is part of the whole experience. So I think sometimes when you do double blinds, you're just picking out flavor notes that, like if I tried any of the VDN stuff, I may or may not pick up some orange notes. If I know it's VDN and I'm looking for those notes kind of stand out to me. So, I don't know. I love doing blinds and double blinds, but it's not the end all be all for me on whether a bourbon is the greatest bourbon or not.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Picking a favorite is, man, that is so subjective. I mean, because I look at our number one, it was phenomenal in nose. It was consistent every time I tried it. It was the same. But then you take something like the C923, it was so complex. And then that finish, I really liked. They're just so different that it's really hard to pick a favorite. It's just, and sometimes that depends on my mood too.
Yeah, for sure. Mark said, why was another distillery trying to get an ECBP barrel? I can't remember what Sylvia told us why they were there doing that. I don't remember if it was for charity or they were helping a store that they sell a lot of their stuff through. But if I remember correctly, the only reason they didn't go with the barrel we went with is because they wanted, well, the two of them were arguing over a barrel that was a little more off profile or a barrel that was very on profile that everyone would like. And so they went with, they chose the wrong barrel. Is how
Yes, they did.
No, they chose the right barrel.
Yeah, they chose the right barrel. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. That's right.
Those distilleries just make up stories to sell barrels.
But it sounded like that was not the first time they have been there doing an Elijah Craig barrel proof pick. So I think they do it every year.
Right.
And I know if you've like I talked to we had the owner of Found North on, and he does barrel picks all over. So he likes to go on barrel picks just like we do, you know.
Yeah. And I think it's really interesting as you get farther along in your, as everybody calls it, the bourbon journey, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 years into your bourbon journey, you end up amassing this giant collection of 300-400 bottles, and you look at it and you really could shrink that thing down to about 35 bottles because you go to the same stuff basically all the time. Yeah. And on occasion, you'll go out and you'll get an outlier. Like, for instance, the Monk's Road that I poured for you guys earlier. But most of us, we're going for Elijah Craig. We're going for Makers. We're going for Aged Beam, Turkey. You're going to the big dogs. Nothing against the younger guys like Hard Truth. That rye stuff they're doing, that blows most rye out of the water. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And young, incredibly young.
Yeah, but right, exactly. But the way you're just grabbing bottles when you're starting out, but you get more refined, and it's such a road that I encourage everybody, if you're drinking bourbon, drink it how you like it and just keep going down the road you want to go, because you never know. I mean, you may have 60 bottles of Makers or Elijah Craig, or your thing might be Four Roses, which the other night I drank Four Roses single barrel. That's so underrated.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
Yeah. It's really good.
Even just the standard offering, 100 proof on the shelf is fabulous. So
and definitely use all the reviews just as a guide, because there's like Ben, for instance, hates Maker's Mark, and there are a ton of reviewers that love Maker's Mark. Right. So just because someone hates it doesn't mean it's not good or that it is. You just gotta watch all of them and then figure out who has the same kind of palate. And I don't know why Ben follows me, because I like Makers.
that cellar aged Makers at Whiskey Mash was
delicious.
Probably number 3, and to be at a lower proof, it was probably number 3 of everything I had behind.
So good.
Yours T Stag, and of course Heaven Hill 17 again. It was, to me, it was even better, and this is always my favorite of all time, tends to be William LaRue Weller. It was better than the one we had there.
What do you think about that, Ben?
That's crazy. It was
my number 2.
Weller.
That was my number 2.
Here's a couple crazy things. So towards the end of the night, or not even towards the end of the night, before I did the Traverse City barrel pick with you, Lance, where we were tasting through the flight.
Yeah.
I went to the Heaven Hill rep, and he poured a bunch of Old Fitz 19, and it was like a good pour too. It was probably like 2 ounces, and I was letting it sit while we were tasting through stuff. And at that point, I'd already tasted through a bunch of stuff, and I went back to taste the Old Fitz 19. And it was just like, it was flat. Like I had just tasted so much stuff that was higher proof. I ended up dumping that out and went and got something else. Then towards the end of the night, when people started closing down, I was like, man,
I mean, I'm not gonna listen to you. He dumped Old Fitz 19 out. We gotta boot him, right?
He shut him down. He shut him down.
Out of here.
Out of here. He dumped Old Fitz 19. That's it.
He shut him down. Look at that. Brad split screen. Oh, that's awesome. That is freaking awesome.
But that's to say there was so much good stuff that I ended up dumping out. But then towards the end of the night, I wanted to get some birthday bourbon. Got some of that, took a few sips, ended up pouring that out too. Went immediately to the George T. Stagg, got like 2 ounces of that, and then that was what I finished my night with. But the George T. Stagg was far and away the best out of everything else there.
It's the best George T. Stagg I've had.
I agree. Yeah. I can live with you dumping out the birthday bourbon, but Old Fitz 19.
So to be clear, the Old Fitz 19, phenomenal. It's just whenever you, because I basically when we first started drinking it at Whiskey Match, I was like, I'm only going to pour the best of the best. I was like, I only have so many pours in me that I can take before I'm gone, and I was like, I am not going to waste it on
Dude, that's the craziest part about Whiskey Mash is like you're like. There are so many good whiskeys. I can't be so fucked up.
Yeah.
No.
You really have to limit because you can get whatever you want and as many pours of whatever you want. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're VIP, if you buy the VIP ticket, you're in there an hour early, and you will not. With the way there are enough people there, but there's not so many that you can't get multiple pours of your favorite.
Like the attendance is perfect, and we didn't sell a single. Right. We did not sell a single general admission ticket. It was all VIP.
Yeah,
so
and it's well worth it too.
Ed was almost the only general admission.
If you think about laying, we'll just say, put $400 down. You're going into a bourbon bar. Mm-hmm. You're going to get 2 pours of the top-notch whiskey. 2.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
maybe 3.
And you might get
maybe 3. We got 15, 20, 30. I mean, keep going.
More than you could drink.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, so I've got on a little different note. What's your daily drinker right now, guys? Anything different or new or?
Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond.
Oh yeah, you like that, don't you?
I freaking love that bourbon. And then my second, and this is JTS Brown. That's a $15 bottle of bourbon.
It's a hidden gem.
Hell yes, it is. Yep. Yeah. Those are mine right now that I'm reaching for. That's where I'm living to start the night.
Those are good pours. I don't have a daily drinker just because I don't. I know what you mean. Though. Like, I don't drink till like Thursday, Fridays, maybe Saturday.
But those are my starters. That's what I get out of the gate with.
Yeah, mine's been Bardstown Origin white label lately. I really like.
That's good. That I just got one, and that is really freaking good.
Yeah.
Do you have the black label?
I don't have the black label.
Yeah.
Nope.
I was going to ask, have any of you tried the wheated? The black
I have
label?
both. Yeah.
Really? What are your thoughts on the wheated?
It's good. But
did you know it was a wheater?
I did.
Okay, I was just checking.
Never let up, Brad. Never let up.
Don't let up. It's almost as good as Wyoming. least I'm on time, Ben.
Hey, I was on time. I was on time.
Lies.
Yeah.
Really?
I was.
Okay.
Come on, the DJ. We can whoop. He can be anytime he wants.
So where you living, Brad? Oh,
Jason said he likes 17 better than 19. I can see that. I can totally see that. 17's really good, man.
there is nothing wrong with that argument.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
For me, I think one that I have just found myself every time I see it, now I buy 2 bottles of it because for the price point, it's just so good to me, is the Benchmark Foolproof.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
$20.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
$23 usually
yeah.
most places. I'm like, man, that, to me, it drinks like a $75 bottle of bourbon. I mean, it's just really good.
You can find Benchmark in Indiana, 6 bottles deep.
Yep. All
of the offerings. Yep. All of them.
Yeah, I find it in Florida all the time, Tennessee, Kentucky. It's that's one that's easy to find, and it's just consistently flavorful to me.
Where you living, Ben?
Yeah, good question. So I would say for a while it was Russell's 10. That was just a really solid one, but it's been one of 2 things. It's either been I've really been liking the MGP Rise. So there's it's called, I think, 6th Street. They have like bottles that are shaped like guitars, but they did a place by me did a single barrel, and it was 9-year MGP Rye, and really good.
Wow.
But then the other one is Knob Creek 12.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah. Knob 12 is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a scary daily
perfect.
drinker because it's so freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It is everything that I love about Knob Creek without the nuttiness.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
Without the nuttiness.
Yep. It's perfect.
So what are you starting out with, Lance? Where are you living like on Friday night?
On Friday night, I've been doing mainly our Barrels for Hope picks, honestly. I've been hanging out with the Maker's Pick and the Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs. Hard Truth came in this week, so I haven't picked mine up, but I cannot wait for you guys to taste that. Ben will probably hate it, but no, Ben likes Hard Truth. I think he'll like it.
Dude, you can't. I mean, seriously, Ben.
Yeah,
you gotta love that Hard Truth.
It's a special bottle. I think it came in at like over 126 proof, which
serious.
Hard Truth, like the highest I've seen is 116 something, maybe a 123. But the barrel we picked was on the top of the rick house and only like 2.5 years old. It was
the youngest of the 3 we tried.
Yeah, it was so good, wasn't it, Brad?
Yes, it was.
I have 2 bottles back here, and the highest proof is 112. So
this is 126, I think.
Wow.
It might have dropped to 125 or so. I can't remember.
And that's a rye. That's a sweet mash.
Yeah, sweet mash rye, and it's one of the first ones they released that was actually distilled and aged on their property and not by Wilderness Trail.
Wow.
And Brian was even like, dude, this barrel's amazing.
and when we picked, from my old man memory, it wasn't close. The others were good, but this one really stood out.
So what was really cool is, I guess they do 3 types of barrels that they blend for their batch releases. So one of the barrels is like the Frank Sinatra, where they run grooves, they router grooves in the staves. We did not pick that barrel. We picked a different barrel. The first sample they gave us had one of the best butterscotch noses I've ever smelled in my life. But you could get that with regular sweet mash rye picks. So I think everybody was pretty unanimous in that it wasn't unique enough for a single barrel. And the barrel we picked, man, the notes people were pulling out of that thing were crazy. And once you got a note in your head, you're like, what in the world? It was wild. Wild.
I just can't believe what they're doing with 2 to 3 year
It's
stuff.
amazing.
It's
amazing.
incredible. And they're such good dudes, and that
Yes.
that distillery, the grounds are incredible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the yacht or the little
The tiki bar.
the tiki bar for their new
Yeah.
pond? I'm like, of course you guys built a tiki bar.
I'm not on board. I'm just not.
Yeah, next time we go down there, we're going on the tiki bar. Come on.
I know we're going. I know, but I'm not. I'm just not on board.
We're just not letting Brian drive it.
Oh God, we'll all drown. You better have a life jacket.
That
No
was
bullshit.
a crazy
Brad,
experience.
That was one of the scariest days of my life.
I wasn't
looked
there
over
for
Ben,
that
I
one,
thought,
but
we're
the
gonna
stories are epic.
Yeah, like
Oh
just
my
driving up that hill
Yeah.
and it's like sliding back down, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what is it going on? And
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm
no,
like-
it's not
the
in,
third
it's
hill.
not in
He's like,
four-wheel drive.
"Oh shit, I'm not in 4-wheel drive."
I'm like, dude, figure your shit out, man. I got $1,000 of camera equipment here. You're about to flip us.
No shit.
Breaking news: Hard Truth, just lead distiller, and 3 crazy bourbon fools killed in ATV accident.
It
I
was
mean,
that close, Brad. That close.
Yeah,
It
it
sounded like
definitely. You're going up
Yeah.
that thing, and it just starts sliding back down, and it's He did not look like someone that has had a lot of experience driving
No.
ATVs, and so
Like,
that
He
that was
didn't look
another
like
concern.
someone
Yeah.
that has experienced driving on dirt.
Well,
Yeah.
the other issue too, he tried to go up that other hill, and there
Yeah.
was like some like fallen trees and stuff, and he just was having trouble getting over it, and so he's like, let's go this way.
Right.
So then we're having to go back the way we came, and we're sliding back down, and I'm thinking in my head, we're already 2 miles out at this
Oh,
point. I'm
I
like,
thought we were walking for sure.
Yep.
I thought so too. I was like,
Yep.
I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I was like, I'm hungover. I'm like, I
We just
cannot.
spent 6 hours drinking barrel proof bourbon the night before. I mean,
Yeah, it was
Then he's
gonna
like,
be a
"Oh,
long
You know what? The 4-wheel drive button's not lit up.
and then he just cruises right up. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm like, I'm out. I'm out.
Hey, Tim Evans is in the house. What's up, dude? Cheers,
What up,
buddy.
Tim?
So yeah,
Terry
Ed
asked
was
if we can
like,
get our Jeeps back there. No, probably not, man. It's
No.
pretty narrow.
yeah. Ed said, Dobie doesn't like the hills.
Oh, he loved the hills. He didn't like sliding back down the hill.
You're right.
Sliding
Almost
backwards.
dying. He didn't
Dobie
like-
doesn't want to flip over.
That's the other thing too, is it wasn't like we were on like some sand dunes or something.
No
like there were
shit.
like trees and there. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
all wet and muddy. Yeah, it was not.
It would have been a
Brian-
nightmare if we had to walk back.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
That would have
Yeah,
killed. That would
I
have killed it.
highly doubt Brian's watching, but we love you, but do not drive.
Yeah, Brian's a
We
good
love
dude,
you,
man.
but
He
do
was-
not drive.
Yeah, it sounds like that was the
Oh.
case. I'm kind of glad I missed that. I might have weighted one side of the thing down so much we might have all flipped and died. So,
It
But
would've
Brad,
been a
when
bad
we were
day.
there, man, they rolled out the red carpet for us.
oh yeah,
I mean,
yes.
you that distillery does not care if you leave fucked up.
no,
Nope.
We had
Oh,
I don't know how many barrel proofs we had. We had shots at lunch. We had cocktails at lunch, and then how many? Like they brought out all their experimental stuff for us. It was amazing.
yep.
It was
and their
amazing. And-
food is top notch.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
the food was great.
Yeah.
Their
It was
food's
all
good.
That cocktail we had that looked like something that most folks would consider a little fruity women's drink or something. That thing it had jalapenos in it.
Canceled.
It was
Canceled.
phenomenal.
Canceled. You can't say that.
Oh,
You can't say women's drink. Canceled.
Oh, sorry, I'm out. But it was really it was a sweet drink, but it was really good. I mean, everything we had, food, drinks, it was just.
yeah.
You're right, Lance. That they rolled out the red carpet. we should probably do our next live stream from there. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
It was amazing. Yeah, we could.
that's better than most, if not all, Kentucky distilleries.
So Ed, I haven't asked you yet, but I think Dusty Dan is flying into Indy
Okay.
before the Barrels for Hope shindig, the year-end event.
Okay.
So maybe we all just come to your house and then
Yeah,
go
that'd be
down
so
to
much
Hard.
easier for me.
Yeah, go down to Hard Truth
Let's do
before
it.
we go to the Barrels for Hope year-end event.
I don't have any
Nice.
bourbon here, so we'll have to leave. No, absolutely. Hell yes. That sounds
All
awesome.
Cool.
And Ben, flying to Indy, way cheaper.
Yeah, that's
And
yeah. I
direct.
was gonna say it's so much easier.
Directs. You got directs from Austin.
Yep.
Alabama doesn't fly direct anywhere. I'm sorry, except Atlanta.
I'm surprised we have planes. Truthfully.
Except Atlanta. You love Atlanta. You go to Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta and Charlotte. That's where you're going.
that's true. It's either Delta or American. Yeah.
Yep.
I think Ed in his past life was an air traffic controller.
No, I worked at an airport for a year, so I know these
No,
things.
we already talked about this. He was a house elf.
What? I thought Brad still thinks I am.
I'm telling you, I
he
still think
doesn't like all you funny fuckers.
Hey, speaking of,
Yeah,
we're
what?
doing this Halloween stream, right?
Oh shit! When?
Yeah.
Are we dressing up as like Harry Potter characters, or what are we doing?
Whatever you want to do. I'm committed the weekend of the 27th, 28th.
Okay, so let's see.
you're going to be committed that weekend. Well, it's about
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Oh man, that's the weekend of Halloween.
I know.
So otherwise, we'd have to do it in probably 2 weeks on the 21st. You guys want to do it then?
Yeah, I could do
I'm
that
good.
because the next weekend we've got our 147th class reunion. So
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
good that weekend,
Kiss
Ben?
my ass, Brad. 147th.
feels
Whatever.
like
Oh,
Jesus.
oh shit. So the 21st is when we're sending out Hard Truth. So let's do it the 20th.
what day is that on?
That's on Friday.
Sounds great to me.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll send you guys more samples. We'll do I have an idea for something fun to do on Halloween stream.
All right. I got one that I'm going to send to all you guys that I've been hanging on to for a while.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's do this
Bookers.
drawing real quick because I'm sure people are on long enough. But this was
Yeah.
a great night, guys. I had a blast.
Me too.
I'm not
Yeah, it's a good
surprised
time.
by the results, but so let's do the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C923 sample first. Brad, pick a number between 1 and 17.
14.
14 is Top Dog. Top Dog. All you guys can email me at thewhiskeytornado@gmail.com and send me your address and I'll get you these samples. Next, the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof sample. Ben, pick a number between 1 and 17, not
13.
14. 13. Jason Kreiner. Hey, that's awesome because I can just bring Jason's to the Hard Truth shipping.
Save you money.
Nice.
That's right. All right. The Jack Daniels Barrel Proof little cutie bottle. Ed, pick a number between 1 and 17, not 13 or 14.
9.
9 is Friday at Fred's.
Friday.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wrote that on the wrong line. All right. Next, let's do the Barrel Amberana finished bottle. Brad, number between 1 and 17, not 9, 13, or 14.
That would be 7.
7 is Doug H. Congrats, man. And last is the Elijah Craig barrel proof flight we did tonight.
Mm.
And again, 1 through 17, not 7, 9, 13, or 14.
3.
3. Ben Bateman.
Nice.
All right. Congrats, everybody.
Okay. I'll tell you this, and to me, this is saying a lot because I think that E.H. Taylor barrel proof is really good. I would rather have the lineup we had tonight with 4 excellent bourbons than I had. Now, whoever got that, congratulations. It's wonderful. I'm not saying that. I'm just
Dump it
saying
down the drain.
right. Yeah.
No,
Don't pour
shit,
no
no.
It's 19 down the drain like Ben.
God, no.
But the 4 we had tonight were just phenomenal.
Yeah, this is a fun flight, man. It was all
Yes.
great bourbons. I mean, not a bad one in the bunch.
Yeah.
And just excited to hang out with you guys tonight, man. It's been so
Oh,
long.
yeah.
So it's well, I guess it hasn't been that long. We did whiskey mash together, so that was fun. But
Yeah.
a long time till we've done a live stream. So
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Always good to see you, crazy fools.
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll plan on another one in 2 weeks, and we'll do our Halloween stream.
Awesome.
Right
All right.
on.
All right, thanks everybody. Love you guys. Thanks for a great night, and we will talk to you guys later.